shit. Dude, I just lost it. What's happening, guys? Welcome to this video. We are in the Italian Dolomites right now. Going to be doing a bit of long range flying. There's some really epic peaks right behind me, and already did one flight with my 5-inch FPV drone and just flew this peak right here. So I got my 7-inch, and now I'm gonna kind of hit all 3 of the other peaks. Today I'm flying the iFlight Cine LR7. This is one of my favorite long-range FPV drones. Just flies really smooth. You can go out super far distances with it. And then I'm filming on the GoPro Hero 13, and then I have a 6,000 milliamp hour Li-ion battery, which should help with the range. So without further ado, let's do it. All right. So we are off, and the plan is to actually head over to the peak on the left first. Just kind of get some nice foreground going through there. Gotta make sure I don't get too low because there's all sorts of like gondolas and lifts and stuff that I need to avoid. And drones do not like cables. So we're getting up to a little bit of a ridge line here, and I'm just gonna kind of surf along the ridge line. Super epic hiking trail there, and just kind of come along this. And the reason that I know I'm good here is just because I looked out and kind of scoped my whole route beforehand. So the plan is to go up this peak, fly over to the other ones, and then kind of circle around and dive. Wow, these mountains here are so freaking cool. Holy shit. Oh, I'm getting some loss of signal for some reason. That's weird. I think it might just be the goggles changing to a different frequency. So I think we're good. About 2 kilometers away now. Solid at 3.4 volts, so that's pretty good. Boom, up at the top of the first peak. Just gonna do a little bit of a circle. All right, now I'm gonna curl down, zoom over to the second peak, making sure that I can see where we are on the right side of my screen, just so I don't lose line of sight. And go here, and then I'm actually going to skirt on the side of this far right peak and then circle around. So now that I'm around this side, my voltage is actually looking somewhat low. I think that has a little bit to do with the cold weather we're having right now, but I think we're chilling. So I'm just gonna go up these little spiky peaks, which are actually so insane. And I might dive down that section instead of the other one that I was planning on doing, just because it's so sick. But first, I'm gonna have to get up to the top and then check and just make sure we're good line of sight wise, because if not, the drone will be dead. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. All right, so I'm gonna come around here. Shit. Dude, I just lost it. Oh. Holy shit. Oh my God, that was so sketchy. I just lost it for like a straight like 3 or 4 seconds. Okay. All right. We're going to revert to plan number 1. Oh my God. Oh, holy shit. All right. I'm going to dive this. Oh my God, dude. Wow. Hit this little thing. My heart is pumping right now. Holy shit, I definitely almost lost the drone. Oh, that was not dope. Almost hit power lines as well. Taking this as a sign to come back. Oh, wow, that was sketch. That was a very sketchy, but also really freaking cool flight. All right, and if you guys ever find yourselves in those situations where you all of a sudden just lose feed and you start looking at the DJI screensaver, best thing to do is just to flip into angle mode and just throttle up. And that's your best case of getting line of sight. Holy shit, that was a sketchy flight. All right guys, so it's an absolute miracle that the drone made it back, but we got some really cool shots and gonna be doing a few more flights throughout the Dolomites and the Alps. We're doing a van trip right now, and so we have a bunch of really cool locations lined up. Hey, what's up guys? Before we get to the next location, I wanna take a quick second to talk about a really cool gadget that I've recently been using that is the sponsor of today's video. When I travel, I am super hard on my gear, whether that's drones, cameras, or even my camera bag itself. When I get home from trips, my stuff is usually either covered in dirt, sand, or dust. This is the Wolfbox MF200 air duster. In the past, I've always just used these small little air dusters to clean out my gear, and this is like the nuclear bomb version of that. I actually cannot believe how powerful this thing is. This thing is USB-C rechargeable, it has swappable batteries, and is super compact and easy to travel with if you do want to travel with it. It has 3 different levels of air power and 4 different nozzles, so you can kind of just pick whichever nozzle is best for you. One thing that I was actually so stoked to clean out, and I've been wanting to do this for like 6 months, was my camera bag. So yesterday I took it outside and finally cleaned it off. So when I get home from trips, it is so nice to now actually clean out my gear, whether it's cameras or FPV drones. FPV drones particularly are really challenging to clean because they have all these little small components inside. But with this, I can easily just turn it on, put the right nozzle on, and just clean out all of the components. It's really helpful for like charging and antenna ports especially. On top of the gear that I bring out into the field, this is also really helpful for things like my computer back in my office. So one product, so many different ways that you can use it. And if you guys want to snag one of these, there's a link down in the description below. Thank you Wolfbox for sponsoring this video, and let's get to the next location and the next flight. All right, so we got another flight here in the Alps. We are now in Switzerland, and we got a really sick little ridgeline here. So we're gonna be doing a 5-inch FPV flight. I have a 4,000 milliamp hour lithium ion battery on here just to get a little extra flight time because this is a little bit far away. But I'm flying the Cineflow 5 from iFlight, and then I'm filming on the GoPro Hero 13 as well. All right, so we are off. Just gonna follow this little road for a second here. Come around these trees. And then I think what I'm gonna do is just kind of start at the right side of this ridgeline and then kind of traverse the whole thing, going back to the left. So the top looks like it's definitely less than 1 kilometer, which is super nice. And over there you can see there's a bunch of other sick ridge lines, which I think we're gonna go to next and do a little bit of long range. All right, right, so I'm just going to try to find a nice line here. Ooh, that's pretty sick. Okay. All right, I'm gonna head down. So I'm just gonna go get some altitude really quick and just check my line of sight. And it looks like I can hit that whole ridgeline too. So I'm just gonna get some speed on this one and flip around, see where we are. Okay. All right, I'm gonna dip down. Okay, and then on my first pass of this little ridgeline, I saw a nice little goose to fly down. So I'm gonna try to find that again, and then just dive down that. Okay, so I think this one right here is gonna be our best bet. So I'm just gonna come down from the top, hang a left, and then go down that little ridge. Okay, and since I am flying lithium-ion batteries, I still have a little bit of battery life left, so I'm gonna just do that dive one more time. Super stoked with that line, so I'm gonna land and we're gonna head to the next spot. All right guys, so we have made it to the next location. It's just a little bit further, and essentially it's just a really good line of sight of this whole ridge line. I'm gonna potentially see if I can fly all the way over there and then back this way. But since this is a bit more of a long range flight, I am flying the Cine LR7 for my flight. And then I have 6,000 milliamp hour lithium ion batteries on top, GoPro Hero 13. So it should be sick. Let's do it. Okay, so for this, my plan is just kind of start on the left side of this ridgeline and zoom over to the right just to kind of scope it and kind of get my line and everything. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it all the way over to the peaks in the distance over there, but I'm gonna try. But for now, I'm just gonna hit a couple little nice gaps on the way up. Get up this ridgeline. Oh, and this drone flies so nice. Wow, this is sick. If you guys are interested in picking up this drone, I'll leave a link down below. Wow, this is actually so sick. Okay, so we're at the top. I'm just gonna kind of recalibrate, see where I'm at. We're about 1 kilometer away from where we are, just down by that snowpack. And this ridgeline is so cool. I think we are right around there. So I think I'm good to go a little bit further. I am not sure if I'll be able to make it all the way over to the peak over there, but we'll see. So I'm just gonna kind of go along this ridgeline. And then I know there's a grassy hill that sort of blocks off the peaks in the far distance at some point. I'm just gonna check line of sight, okay. So if I stay up high, it should be totally fine. Voltage is looking good. I'm running lithium ion, so they don't get low until like 3 volts pretty much per cell. Sick. So kind of the plan is to just rip back this entire ridgeline. We're at 2.3 kilometers away, which is not bad at all. And let's do it. Fun to fly. Got a little bit more battery, so I think what I'm gonna do is fly the first part one more time and then try to find a little channel to come back towards the launch spot, because this section was really fun. Okay, so we're up at the top. Just gonna look back at where we are. Little parking lot there. If there's any little crevices that I can fly down. Ooh, this one looks pretty good. Okay, so yeah, that's a nice one. All right, so I'm gonna come from this side and just hit the ridgeline a little bit and then take a sharp left down that little that was fun. That's what I love about doing long range stuff is you can just do so many different laps. So I'm gonna go back up. See if I can do that a little bit better this time. I was sort of kind of like wobbling around a little bit, but I think I can go a lot deeper into that canyon. Let's see. That's not quite what I wanted. Go back up. Oh, this is so fun. This is like a perfect FPV simulator map. Ooh, I can actually go through that and then down. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little height. I wanna hit that little gap. It's hard on FPV because to look downwards at anything, you have to be like actually falling downwards. Okay, let's do it. Sick. That was a nice one. Gonna do one more again. Maybe one more. And I'm just gonna scope the way up a little bit, see if there's any little... So impressed by how this drone handles. I am quite low on voltage now, like running 2.9 at some point, so definitely gonna come back and land. Sick, so that was a super fun flight. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in color grading your footage exactly like you see here on this video, link down in the description below for my LUT pack. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I'm whipping out my 7-inch. The 5 wasn't enough.
Put that in the blooper reel.